What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that makes our favorite anime so legendary, the fights. But we're not just talking about who has the biggest power level or the flashiest ultimate move. We're going beyond that to analyze the core of these epic showdowns, strength versus strategy. Is it better to be an unstoppable force or a brilliant tactician? Let's break it down. First up, let's talk about pure, unadulterated strength. Think of characters who can level mountains with a single punch. When you have overwhelming power, tactics can almost seem irrelevant. Why bother with a complex plan when you can simply overpower your opponent and end the fight in a single, devastating blow? This is the philosophy of raw power. It's direct, it's decisive, and let's be honest, it's incredibly satisfying to watch. These characters don't need to outthink you. They just need to hit you. Their training is focused on pushing their physical limits, breaking past their ceilings, and achieving a level of power that is, for all intents and purposes, absolute. The message is clear. If you're strong enough, you make your own rules. But what happens when two titans of strength clash? When both fighters can shatter the earth beneath their feet, the fight often becomes a brutal war of attrition. It's a contest of stamina, durability, and sheer willpower. Who can take more punishment? Who can keep fighting when their body is screaming at them to stop? These battles are primal, visceral, and they tap into that fundamental desire to see who is truly the strongest. It's less about a chess match and more about two freight trains colliding head-on. The winner is often the one with the deeper well of energy or the more unbreakable spirit, proving that even among the powerful, endurance is a critical factor. Now, let's pivot to the other side of the coin, strategy. Imagine a fighter who isn't the strongest, the fastest, or the most durable. How do they win? By using their greatest weapon, their mind. Strategists are the master chess players of the anime world. They analyze their opponents, identify weaknesses, and exploit them with ruthless efficiency. They use the environment to their advantage, set clever traps, and manipulate their opponent's emotions and expectations. A brilliant tactician can defeat a much stronger foe by never engaging in a direct test of strength. They control the flow of the battle, turning their opponent's power against them and leading them exactly where they want them to go. These fighters prove that brains can indeed triumph over brawn. Their fights are intricate puzzles, where every move has a purpose, and every action is a calculated step towards victory. They might use misdirection, feints, or psychological warfare to gain an edge. They understand that a fight isn't just a physical contest, it's a mental one. Watching a master strategist at work is like watching a genius solve an impossible equation in real time. They remind us that power isn't everything. Sometimes, the sharpest weapon is a well-thought-out plan. It's the classic David versus Goliath story, and it's a timeless and compelling narrative. So, we have the unstoppable force and the immovable object's cunning counterpart. But where the real magic happens is when these two concepts merge. The truly greatest fighters in anime are often those who possess both immense power and a sharp, strategic mind. Think about it. What's more terrifying than a character who can punch through a planet? A character who can punch through a planet and also outsmart you at every turn. This hybrid approach is the pinnacle of combat prowess. These fighters know when to unleash their full power and when to hold back, conserve energy, and fight smart. They don't rely solely on their strength, nor do they depend entirely on their intellect. They adapt. They can switch from a full frontal assault to a tactical retreat in the blink of an eye. They analyze the situation and deploy the right tool for the job. If overwhelming power is the answer, they use it. If a clever trap is more effective, they'll set it. This versatility makes them unpredictable and incredibly difficult to defeat. They have no single, glaring weakness. They represent the complete package, the ultimate warrior who has mastered both the body and the mind. This synthesis of strength and strategy is what often separates the good fighters from the legendary ones. Let's look at some classic examples. You have characters who start as pure brawlers, relying on instinct and raw power. But as they face tougher and smarter opponents, they are forced to evolve. They learn to think, to plan, to strategize. This character development is so compelling because it mirrors a real-life journey of growth. They realize that their strength, while formidable, has its limits. They have to add new layers to their fighting style to overcome new challenges. This journey from a simple powerhouse to a seasoned battle tactician is a fan favorite for a reason. It shows maturity and a deeper understanding of what it truly means to be strong. Conversely, we have the strategists who are forced to get stronger. They might have the most brilliant plans in the world, but they reach a point where their opponent is so powerful that no strategy can compensate for the physical gap. Their plans crumble not because they were flawed, but because their body couldn't keep up with their mind. So, they train. They push their physical limits to gain the strength and speed needed to execute their brilliant tactics effectively. This shows that intelligence alone isn't always enough. You need the power to back up your plans. The fusion of their pre-existing intellect with newfound physical might elevates them to a whole new level of scary. So what's the final verdict, strength or strategy? The truth, as we've seen, is that the ultimate answer is balance. Pure strength can be baited and outmaneuvered. Pure strategy can be overwhelmed by brute force. The most dominant and memorable fighters are those who walk the line between both. They are the ones who understand that true power isn't just about how hard you can hit, but also about knowing where, when, and why you should strike. It's the combination of a powerful engine and a skilled driver. One without the other is incomplete. What do you guys think? Do you prefer the hype moments of overwhelming power, or the satisfying aha moments of a brilliant strategy paying off? And which anime character do you think best embodies this perfect balance of strength and strategy? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to read your picks. Thanks so much for watching and nerding out with me today. If you enjoyed this analysis, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss our next deep dive. It really helps the channel out. Until next time, stay awesome.